Welcome back. Now discuss about the Simon Commission. So after the 1919 Act, so Government of India, the appointed a seven-member statutory commission. Seven-member statutory commission under the chairmanship of Sir John Simon. Sir John Simon to report on the condition of India under its new constitution. So they were introduced the new constitution 1919. Then after that, they appointed some commission. So that seven-member commission, the headed by the Sir John Simon. So that is why it is called Simon Commission. So total seven members appointment of the seven-member statutory commission under the chairmanship of Sir John Simon to report the condition of India and its new constitution. All the members of the commission were Britishers. So this is the highlight point here. The all were from the British. So no person is Indian. All parties boycotted the commission because no Indian are there in that commission. So that's why everybody boycotted that commission. So the commission submitted its report 1930. They recommended the abolition of diarchy, extension of the responsible government in provinces. So they recommended that abolition of the diarchy, extension of responsible government in the provinces, establishment of the Federation of British India and Princely State, and continuation of the communal electorate. So white paper on the constitutional reform. White paper on the constitutional reform. White paper on the constitutional reforms were prepared and submitted for the consideration of the Joint Select Committee of the British Parliament. The Simon Commission recommendations were incorporated with some certain changes in the next Government of India Act 1935. So they were suggested some important recommendations. They were incorporated in the 1935 Government of India Act, which we are going to discuss in next. So some important points from the Simon Commission: separate subjects for central provincial states. So separate subjects are required. One is the transferred subject, state legislative council, state level; reserved subject, executive council, that is at the central level. Dual rule. Diarchy introduced, provincial had more freedom autonomy to legislative on the state subject and unitary subject with the strong union center reserved subjects. So bicameral legislative, upper house is the council of state, lower house is the legislative assembly. Civil services, central public service commission established, and separate elections for the Muslims, Sikh, Christians, Anglo and Europeans. Some of the important points, these are all we have discussed in the previous Montego Chelmsford. That's okay till here. And just remember that Simon Commission, seven-member body. So what were recommended, how they are incorporated into the Government of India Act 1935. He is the Sir John Simon, head of the Simon Commission. Let's see the next one. There were some missing there. That's okay, fine. So next Communal Award 1932. After Simon Commission, there were Communal Award. Communal Award of the Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald announced that the scheme of representation of the minorities, which came to known as the Communal Award. So what are the achievements were the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald announced the scheme representation of minorities, which came to be known as the Communal Award. Award not only the continued separate electorates for the Muslims, Sikh, Indian Christians, Anglo Indians, Europeans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They were given the separate elections for them and extended to the depressed classes. They are giving the SC also for the separate elections, scheduled caste. Gandhi was distressed over this extension of the principles of communal representation to the depressed classes, undertook fast unto the death in Yaravada jail, Pune, to get the award modified. So Gandhiji was not satisfied with the extension of the principles of communal representation to the depressed classes because they are conducting the separate elections for all the communities. So that's why they are increasing the more and more communities. That gives you the not unity feeling. The agreement known as the Pune Fact retained Hindu joint electorate, gave reserved seats to the depressed classes. So let's see some keynote here. British Prime Minister at that time, Ramsay MacDonald, he announced the Communal Award. So earlier they were conducting the separate elections for Muslims, Sikh, Indian Christians, Anglo-Indians, Europeans, but they extended to the scheduled caste also. The agreement known as Pune Fact. We used to call it Pune Fact. That is the Hindu joint electorate give the reserved seat to the depressed classes. They are finally agreed for the reserved reserved seats. Some key points. Communal Award announced by the British Prime Minister Ramsay MacDonald. Separate elections for the depressed classes also. Scheduled caste. Pune Fact agreement on the reserved seats for the scheduled caste depressed class because of the Gandhiji undertook the fast unto death in Eravada jail, Pune Fact. So because of that, the agreement which related to reserve seats for the scheduled caste. So he is the MacDonald, British PM, Gandhiji, MacDonald. Thank you.